I want to talk about your relationship with Relli.
Yes.
Would you agree that although you've known Relli a long time, you are much closer to the defendant than you are to Relli?
As of now, yes.
Wouldn't you agree, though, that always, for at least a long period of time, let's say the last 10 years, you've been much closer to the defendant than you have to Relli, is that right?
Yes.
In fact, you were asked on direct examination about your relationship, and what you said was, we had a good relationship in the early years. Do you recall that comment?
Yes.
Would you agree that in making that comment, it appears that you were saying that if you're qualifying that you had a good relationship with him in the early years, that means that in the later years, your relationship was not as good. Would you agree?
No, I'm not saying that.
So why did you qualify the statement? You're asked by Mr. Capapino,
yes,
what was your relationship like? And you say, on your own, we had a good relationship in the early years. Why did you answer that question by talking about the early years?
Oh, because earlier in my career, I was in the city more. So whether it was Bronx or Harlem, I could see him more back then. That was the only reason I said that.
Didn't you also add that you got much closer to the defendant because, quote, I didn't have time to deal with Relli. Do you remember saying that?
It's not like dealing with him like he was an issue. It was I didn't have time to hang out with Relli.
Wait, when you were on direct, did you say you didn't have time to hang out with Relli? Did you say I didn't have time to deal with him?
I didn't have time to spend with Relli. I was busy.
That's not what I asked you. What I asked you was, who used the word deal?
If I did, I used the word deal.
Okay, so what you're telling me is now you're saying, when I said I didn't have time to deal with Relli, what I really meant was I didn't have time to spend with him.
I'm clearly stating I didn't have time to hang out with Relli before because I'm on tour. And studio sessions that aren't in New York. I'm out the country. I'm in Asia. I'm in different places. I didn't have time to spend with him anymore.
And when referring to the tour, that's the tour with the defendant, correct?
Not just him. I went on my own tours as well.
You ever go on tour with Relli?
No, I never went on tour with Relli. He's not a musician.
So you did go on tour with the defendant, correct?
Yes.
So some of the times you're referring that you were on tour and you didn't have time to either deal with Relli or spend with Relli, was when you were on tour with the defendant, correct?
Yes.
Would you agree that he is the guy that gave you your big break, the defendant, correct?
No.
You would not agree with that?
I would not agree.
All right, let's talk about your arrival in Los Angeles. You don't live in California, right?
No.
That was double, it's my fault. You live outside the state, correct?
Yes.
And I don't want you to tell me where, but specifically, but is it in New York?
Yes.
When did you come out here for the trial?
I guess Saturday.
Saturday? And where have you been staying?
Downtown LA.
Have you had any contact with the defendant since you've been out here?
No.
Nothing?
No.
You guys are friends, you're coming out here. Why didn't you have any contact with them?
A few years back, I was advised by my attorney, and I'm pretty sure he was advised by his attorney, to not speak about what was going on as far as the case. So it wasn't no reason to be involved.
You said a few years back. When was this?
This was, I think, spring or summer 2022.
Okay. So you came out here. By the way, who paid for you to come out here?
I believe ASAP Lou.
I'm sorry, who?
ASAP. The ASAP, the business.
Well, the ASAP business is funded in a large part by ASAP Rocky, is that correct?
That's not true.
Oh, so when you say ASAP Lou, I'm sorry. I got to apologize, Mr. Phillips. My hearing
It's okay, sir.
is not good.
It's all good.
So, okay, so it was ASAP Lou.
Yes.
Now, Lou is Rocky's manager, right?
Well, at the moment, I'm not too sure, but before he was his manager, yes.
Are you aware that it's been represented that Lou is his tour manager?
Yes, but Rocky hasn't been touring.
Well, so here's my question. Do you think that Lou would have paid for you coming out here out of his own pocket, or would that have been, your understanding, paid for by Rocky?
I'm not sure. I have no instance. I'm not too sure.
Did you take the bus out here, or did you fly?
I flew.
Business or first class?
It was regular. Like, it was a regular flight.
What, they had you fly coach?
Coach, just a flight.
Sustain.
Just a flight.
Sustain.
I said,
You don't have to answer. You just have to sustain.
And when did you arrive?
Saturday.
And where are you staying right now?
Downtown at a hotel.
And I don't want you to give me the name, but it's a nice hotel, I assume?
It's a cool hotel.
And
it's downtown LA. You know the area of downtown LA is crazy.
yeah, unfortunately, I can't answer your question.
You understand?
What was that?
You understand, sir?
We all do.
So, the hotel you're staying at is a nice hotel. It's not going to be cheap, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I would assume you're not eating at McDonald's while you're here, right?
I'm actually at the taco stand up the block from my hotel. $2 tacos.
Did they limit your food budget while you were here?
No, I'm paying for my own food.
So they're paying for your hotel, they're paying for your flight, but they're not covering your food?
I actually put my card in my room.
So you put your card in your room, but the idea is they're going to reimburse you, correct?
I'm not too sure. That was never a conversation. That's not something I'm worried about.
So you're close enough to Rocky that you don't really care whether you're reimbursed. You're going to come out here, stay at your own expense, and try to help him on this case. Is that correct?
No, I'm not trying to help him on the case. I was actually there, and I know the truth.
Well, no, that's my question. You're saying you don't really care about getting reimbursed. You're coming out here, that hotel's not cheap, you're saying I'll put it on my card. And you're saying I don't really care about what it's going to cost.
Okay.
So my question to you is, if you don't care about what it's going to cost, is that because he's such a close friend of yours?
No, because I also have a manager out here, and I have meetings out here that I had to attend to. So it's not like I'm here on his dime. I also am an artist that has things to take care of myself.
Wait, Ms. Phillips, are you suggesting to us that basically the purpose for you coming out here is to do meetings for your career, and then it just so happens that you'll testify in his criminal trial?
I was never given a specified date when I was supposed to be here.
Well, how did they arrange for you to come for it?
I just found out, I found out yesterday.
So you're saying the first time you knew that you were going to come to court was yesterday?
No, I found out that I was coming to court when we got on the speakerphone with the judge.
And at that point in time, shortly after you flew out here, right?
Probably like a week or so later.
And you've been out here basically waiting to testify, is that right?
I've also just been working on my artistry.
Okay, I'm not asking you how you managed to fill your time. I'm saying your purpose for being out here at this point in time is to testify in this criminal case, correct?
This is another objection.
Can I ground you on it?
That's exactly what he asked, what he was doing.
I need a legal ground.
Oh, that's an answer.
I'm not overruled.
Can you rephrase the question?
Sure. So, my question to you is, I understand that you are spending time while you're out here doing other things.
Yes.
Would you agree that the purpose for your coming out here was to testify in this trial?
As I said, I'm not too sure what day I was supposed to be here, but the judge told me when I spoke to him on the speakerphone, you're gonna have to testify or be a witness, and I guess you have to make yourself available. So I made sure I got to LA.
So, Phillips, if you can, I'm going to try to ask this question again. I'm not asking what the judge told you. I'm asking you, do you agree that the primary reason that you are out here in Los Angeles is to testify for your friend, Mr. Manners?
It's one of the reasons why I'm in LA, yes.
Would you agree that it is the main reason that you are in Los Angeles?
It's a pretty important reason.
Isn't it true, Mr. Phillips, that the other things that you are doing here are just ways for you to utilize the time since you happen to have to be out here to testify in this case? Is that right?
No, because every time I come to LA, I have my own business to take care of.